Good morning, everybody. It's been a minute. I don't remember the last time we went live. It's been so long. Just give me a second. I'm going to share this link with a friend of mine. So, how's everyone doing this morning? So, I'm just sharing the link. So, good morning, everybody. Welcome. We haven't, maybe you guys can tell me when was the last time we went live. So, we got a few of you in here today. And I'm appreciative of every single one of you. You guys are awesome. Thank you. So today, guys, I am going to be drawing a Gundam Heavy Arms. A Gundam Heavy Arms today. It's going to be a lot of fun. I have this is for a video that's coming out this weekend. This video was for a friend of mine that I promised to do a long time ago. So I'm going to be working for a couple hours. At this point, about a couple hours. For this particular stream here. And this is for a video that's coming out this weekend. Okay, so I'm going to do a bunch of it on here, and then you guys can come on the weekend and see the final. But just saying hi quickly, my buddy Nathan's here. Long time viewer Nathan's here. How you doing, Mr. J? Bryce, Quill, how you doing? Greenfire, Vertical, good to see you. Dragon Arts, good to see my friend, Mr. J. I said Mr. J already, hello. Good morning. Party Poison, good morning. 10 Mary, how you doing today? Good to see you. Good to see you all this morning. It's been a minute. I'm going to be doing a Gundam Heavy Arms from Endless Waltz. And this is the most detailed drawing ever. I haven't done one of these in a while. Again, if there's anything I'm known for, it's my most detailed drawing ever series, and this is no exception to that. So I want to make this one of the most detailed drawings I've ever done. So I can start by doing the layout here, and I can start by actually doing the guns first, because these guns that protrude out. And I want everything to fit in the paper, okay? So I might, the stream might just might be me laying things out, because there's so much going on in this character that I gotta make sure it's laid out properly in that sense, okay? So hopefully everyone's doing well today. And let me know if the audio, the music is too loud or anything like that. I'd love to know. Love to know. So, let me take you guys out here. Just move you guys over here. Oh, I got a super chat from Papa Shark. Thank you very much, Papa Shark. Appreciate that. Says Heavy Arms is the best Gundam. Well, a lot of people believe that, for sure. My voice has an echo. Thank you for letting me know, Nathan. I think I know why. Thank you for letting me know, Nathan. I think I know why. Yes, I do. Is that better, Nathan? How's that? That better? Okay. Anything else wrong with the streams? And my good friend just messaged me and said, Heavy Arms is truly the best Gundam. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Paul. And well overdue. I apologize for the long wait, but we're going to get this done for you, Paul. Okay, so here we go. So I'm going to lay this out just like any other human character here. So just like he's going to be... like a regular human character. Started off with that way, and then we're going to go ahead and fill in the extras. But the biggest thing for me is trying to make sure that I don't go beyond the paper here. I'm using two 11 by 17 boards here. 11 by 17 boards here, making sure that they fit the paper. Because I have a tendency to do that. I have a tendency to... Oh, my friend sent me an awesome gift. That's fantastic. Yeah. Fantastic, my friends. Fantastic. I have a tendency to start a very, very detailed drawing and then not have enough paper. That happened with the Voltron one. You know what? Maybe I'll even put the guns like right in the corner. So we could, you know, expand like this. And the head turns slightly. Just getting the getting this all right. By the way, guys, I will be having a new video out. Hopefully this morning. Actually, I will have be putting out a new video. Me and my team were working very hard to actually get some new content for you. When I say new team, me and my buddy Mark Michael. You guys know Mark Michael. We've been working very, very hard to get out new content consistently for you guys. So it's been a lot of fun so far. So I do want this to have the feel of the anime, but also at the same time, I want this to have the feel of my style at the same time. So my most detailed drawing ever style. And that's what I want to go for here. Let's set a record, my friends. Let's set a record. Okay, and then let me just grab some reference here. My heavy arms reference. Okay, this is from Endless Waltz. And let me just pull this up. So if you guys have any questions, by all means, let me know. Let me know any questions you have. I'll be more than happy to answer them for you today. I'm going to be going for about 2 hours on stream, and then I have to do something quickly. Then I might come back to work again on this live, but we'll see, okay? Oh my gosh, it's so awesome. This character is just so awesome. See, trying to figure out what the shoulders are. It's figuring out where all these the barrels are in the chambers. Part of me is like, I kind of want to show a little bit of the upper you know, the trap area. So I have them kind of crouched down a little bit. Okay. So something like that. Something like that. All right. All right, now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere, my friends. So, let's see here. Hello, Andrew. How you doing? It's better. Okay, the is better. There you go. Octavius Lee says Heavy Arms is definitely one of my favorites, but Sandrock is your number one. Okay, right on. Corum 119 for real says first time being in one of these. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. You know, it's always my intention to go live more. And I am hoping to do that starting tomorrow, okay? Or starting today. Of course, I'm live today, of course, starting today. I do want to do a couple things. Now, number one, with Loki coming out, I did want to finish my Loki piece. I did a Loki piece a year ago with a lot of Lokis on it, about over 30 plus Lokis on it. But I did it after like the first episode of Loki. So there are lots of characters that were missed. So for example, alligator Loki's not there. Is it alligator or crocodile Loki? So I gotta add that in. And then you know, Sylvie's not even in it. So which shows you you know, which shows you when I actually drew that piece. So I want to complete that piece, and then I'm gonna actually color it traditionally. That's my goal. There you go. So that's one video I'm working on, and then one thing I start want to doing daily tomorrow is with the Spider-Man 2 game that came out. How many of you are playing Spider-Man 2 right now? I actually do want to do a bigger piece. I haven't done one of those in a while. As well, I want to do every day. Make this Spider-Man 2 piece, because some of the outfits, some of the skins for that game, they're pretty phenomenal. They really are. I am loving a lot of the designs. I got a bunch of friends that worked on the designs as well. I just realized that this pose is very similar to the box art. I don't know. Kind of wanted it different for the box art, but to each his own. That's okay. I wanted it different from the box art, but whatever. We're here already. Nothing we could do. See, originally I was gonna have the legs bent more, but I do want to show so the missiles on his legs also. So it's gonna be very, I don't want it to look too much like the box art, because I do want this to have my own flavor to it, but it might look exactly like the box art. We'll see, guys, we'll see. I'm gonna work my magic, all right? I'll work my magic, all right? I'll do my best. But it's very similar to the box art right now. I'm gonna try to make it a little bit more my own. But my intention is to make this as detailed as possible, not just to give my friend the best Gundam drawing here. It's also there is a reason why I'm doing that as well, and you'll find out why this weekend. Okay, you'll find out why I'm really striving to make this one of the most detailed drawings I've ever done. And hopefully you guys will see that soon. So I'm going to answer a couple questions here. Some of you have put in some questions, so thank you very much for that. Okay, so let's see here. Andrew says, hello, love you. There you go. Eagles Might threw in a super chat. Hello, Eagles Might. How you doing? It's a Gundam. Yes, it is, my friend. It's a Gundam. Let's see here. Bryce says, what sort of tools, equipment, paper do you use for drawing? Thank you for asking. It's always nice to ask that question on occasion, because it changes. Definitely can change over time. For me, not so much. It hasn't changed that much. In terms of what I use two 11x17 boards taped together. Well, when I'm doing like something like a most detailed drawing ever, I want at least 2 comic book size boards to do so. Number one thing I do love about this is because I'm actually going to send this to my friend afterwards, so it makes transport of this a lot easier. You know, it's something you can just fold up and carry in a suitcase. Because my friend's in the Philippines, so if someone's going there, or if it's going to be delivered. But even sending it, like mailing it, it's not that difficult to mail. So there's a lot of advantages to drawing it at this size. So this is Strathmore Bristol board. That's what I'm using right now. Not sponsored, but 2 Strathmore Bristol boards. And then after that, right now I'm just using a really cheap pencil. This is a studio pencil, 7mm 2 studio pencil. And the reason I'm using this pencil, number one, it's cheap. It's very, very cheap. Very, very cheap. I use this pencil mainly because I want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing. I know before, if I was working in comic books, I would be using this blue pencil, and longtime viewers of mine know I was always using these blue pencils before, which I still love using. However, it's hard for you guys to see it. It's very hard for you guys to see what I'm doing. And a lot of you are trying to learn how to draw. So I want to make sure that you guys, you guys can see what I'm doing, whether you want to follow along or actually understand my process when I'm putting this stuff together. That's why I want you guys to be able to see it a little bit better. Okay. So again, I'm going a lot tighter than I usually do. Just because, there's a lot going on, and again, I'm trying to fit in as much as I can with this drawing here today. Okay, so, hey Brian, how you doing, my brother? It's been a while. It's been a while, even for me. Like I haven't been going live in a minute, and I miss it. I do miss it for sure. I actually changed locations too. I'm in my living room now. Well, kids are asleep right now. It's 4:30 in the morning. I definitely work a lot better in the mornings than in the evening. And that's for sure for me. Well, also because I'm busy during the day. I have so many responsibilities during the day. So many responsibilities during the day. It's better for me to get the stuff done in the morning. And also drawing first thing in the morning. I feel like I get a lot done. And that's one thing I did miss about the streams. Like I remember when I was going live every day last year. It was last year around this time, where I went live pretty much every day, if you remember, Brian. And I highly enjoyed it. I really did. So we'll see. We'll see. My plan is to go a little bit more every day, but we'll see what happens. Oh, Brian still wants me to come on. You know what, Brian? I think I will take you up on that for sure. Sooner than later. Well, let's talk, my friend. Let's talk. Okay. Yeah, would love to talk about it with you and Billy. And again, I've been a fan. Brian, by the way, hosts a show with Billy Tucci. Billy Tucci, who I looked up to a lot when I was a kid. I love She. When I was trying to make it in the comic book industry back then. Oh, and Graham. Yeah, and Graham. Graham is still down as well. Right on. Right on, my friend. Graham Nolan. Like, we're talking about comic book legends, my friend. Comic book legends here. Let me just zoom in a little bit to here. Let me just zoom into this a little bit, this reference. Hello, Jesus. Good to see you, my friend. Myth Dusters, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you guys. Thank you guys for joining in today. The stream. And again, I'm actually going a lot more detailed than I usually do in terms of the sketch. Like usually I would just go in and go to town. But again, Reimer, there is a method to the madness here. There is a reason why I'm going to go sketch this out just a little bit more than I normally would. Okay, so again, this forgot what my train of thought here. I haven't done this in a while. Mythbusters, I remember the days where you streamed those long pieces for making the Star Wars piece. Those chats were fun to stream. Yeah, absolutely. So a couple of things I want to do with my career these days, guys. It's you know, number one, get back to interacting with you more for sure. It's been a while, been quite the minute since I've interacted with all of you. So I do thank you all for being here and for joining in and talking to me. A couple things I do want to do, like I would love to get back into the movie poster game. It's been a while since I've done a giant piece like the Star Wars and the Avengers piece. So, you know, documenting my journey, trying to get back in to doing more marketing style art. That would be a fun thing to do. Definitely. But all the more, just trying to make more educational content for you guys. Today, I do have a video dropping later today. Now, if you've seen me on Instagram, I showed I was recreating an Avengers cover, Avengers number 4, the debut of Captain America. I was recreating that cover, and that was for a video that I'm putting out today. If you guys saw my video, part 1 of my talk at Centennial College. And I'm putting part 2 up today. While I'm doing part 2, you're actually going to see me draw my version of that cover. So I'm still unsure what to do with the thumbnail for that one, though. I don't know. I'm trying to think about what kind of thumbnail I want to do for that. So we'll see. Did I ever see Gareth Edwards' film The Creator? No, I have not actually. I have not. Again, I heard very, very good things about The Creator. I just never got down to watch it. Unfortunately, it bombed, right? If I'm not mistaken, The Creator bombed pretty hard. pretty hard, and that's okay. But you know, it's tough when it's an IP that nobody knows. Even though people are saying it's a fantastic movie, you know, these days things are just so expensive. These days, where you know, people are afraid to take risks these days, you know, and try new things. And who could blame them, right? Like prices are up all over the place, you know, sky high. So they're unwilling to take a chance on something brand new sometimes, right? So I do want to watch it. I probably won't though, or not till it's on streaming. Like even if it's on streaming, I'm not sure. It's one of those things where it's like my time is stretched enough as it is right now, that as much as I'd like to, as much as I would love to, you know, I gotta do what I gotta do, you know. Let's see here. Boy, Vertical says boy. Jake Smith says Heavy Arms Custom is my favorite Gundam ever. Thanks for doing this. Well, thank you for being here, Jake. I appreciate it. And thank you to every one of you who's joining in on the stream today. You know, we haven't streamed in a while. I always say that I'm planning on making it more of a habit and doing more of these things, but we'll see. Like my goal last year was to stream every day till like for a year. That didn't happen. So, you know, I'm trying to be a little bit more conservative. Seeing if I like it. Like, part of me is like, I think the head's too big. Looking at it right now, I think the head's too big. Also, the chest feels flat to me. I'm looking at it right now. I'm thinking a way to bring out the chest just a little bit. It feels a bit flat because I'm actually drawing this more like on an angle. Well, one of the reasons why it fell flat at first, I kind of crouched down a little bit, but just a bit flat. Okay. Just a bit. Let's see here. Okay, Jesus is I'm wondering any tips on what an artfolio should contain and how it should be formatted. That's a very broad question there, Jesus, and it all depends on the job you're going for. Okay, but the number one thing with a portfolio, at the end of the day, number one thing with the portfolio, show you could do the job. That's really it. Show you could do the job. When it comes to, for example, when it comes to comic books, you want to show you could draw comic books. You can show you could draw comic books, and you could draw it well, and you could draw under a deadline. Because for an employer, it's like, and it's like dating. You know that old Chris Rock joke. You're not dating them. You're dating their representative. And when you put together a portfolio, you're putting your best foot forward, right? You're putting your best work, and they're taking a risk because they have no idea. They have no idea how you actually work in that environment, right? They can see the type of work you can produce, but then they don't really know if you can produce that quality work on time. Ooh. And that's my alarm because I'm gonna press record again on the top here, which I did too. Yeah. Okay. So, if you want to draw comics, show you can draw comics. If you want to make movie posters, show you can make movie posters. What does help though, when it comes to portfolio, if you have done already professional work, because that's a way to show that is definitely a way to show that you can work in a professional setting. Okay, so that's why even today, if you have an actual published comic book, you actually have an advantage over those who don't, because you've shown that you've done the work, the legwork. You've shown that you can do those things. Okay, so if you could get some professional work in there, fantastic. But I would keep most of your work related to the type of job you want. Okay. Now, if you're working for if you want to work for a specific company, working on their characters will help. It will help. It's not the end all be all, but it will help. Like again, I mentioned in was that my last AI video? One of my recent videos, I mentioned that one of the reasons I got my first Marvel job was because they found an image of the Hulk I drew. Okay, and it was twofold. One, they found an image of the Hulk I drew. Secondly, they know I had professional experience already, because at that time I already worked on Wonder Woman. I worked on Tokyo Storm Warning. So they knew that I could do the job. and they were really in a pinch to get that book out. So I'm just taking a step back here, by the way, just seeing if I like it. So that's why I was able to get that job very quickly. So it all depends on what industry you want. Okay, what you want to do, where you want to go. Let's see here. So hopefully I kind of answered your question there, my friend. Vertical says, look like every drawing you're doing keeps getting better and better. Keep it up. Thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate that. Am I stream? Let's see here. Mythdusters says, have you streamed live recently, and have I just missed it because you are streaming early or streaming on Patreon? No, I just haven't been streaming, my friend. Like I'm in the position, like I'm starting to take my channel a little bit more seriously again. Like I haven't been posting a lot over the past few months. Just recently, the past couple of months, I rehired my brother Mark Michael. You guys, longtime viewers would know Mark Michael. He's helping me out. He's editing my weekend videos. So the video tomorrow, I'm actually editing that one, but he's editing my weekend videos and doing a fantastic job, by the way, I might add. Always great to have him with me. Makes it a lot easier to have help. Yeah, take it a little bit more seriously and just trying to get consistent. At this point, even for me, it's not really about the views or anything like that. It's about consistency at this point. So let's see here. Brian says, it seems crazy, but watching you draw has encouraged me to try and draw as well. Go for it, man. Go for it. And that's what this is all about. You know, just have fun. Just have fun. There you go. Vega 9079 says, that's awesome, my friend. I love drawing, but lack of skills. Well, the best way to gain skills is by drawing more. You know, it's all about practice, baby. Practice. Because again, if you draw every day for a year, I guarantee you'll be better than when you started. Okay? Now, can you get better faster? Sure you can. Oh, my friend TJ, how are you, Paul? Good to see you. Just threw in a super chat, or threw in a sticker, super sticker. Thank you, Paul. Thank you so much, Paul. Good to see you, Paul. Good to see you, Paul. I owe you a Superman, by the way, Paul. I owe you a Superman. I might be doing a Superman one. I have an idea for a Superman video, actually. Later on, it's something crazy I haven't done with Superman before, Paul. So hopefully you will enjoy that, Paul. There you go. MHA says, nice drawing, brother. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Paul. Thank you. Quill, I'm doing well. Thank you. Friend Tristan, will I do a horror-related drawing? No, I won't. I don't really do horror stuff on my channel. It's not really my thing. So I was not sure if you ended up posting a while because you're doing other projects. Yeah. Well, you could say that. You know, as you know, with us, I'm heavily involved in my church, and I've been doing a lot of my live shows recently. I do a children's show. It's called Time to Draw. We've been touring around recently. I also edit that show as well. So I've been busy doing a lot of that stuff and a lot of life things. A lot of life things are going on right now. So User X says, have you ever considered doing characters that your fans have created? I have. I actually have, and I might be doing that soon too, by the way, guys. Might be doing that soon too. Some of you have been sending stuff on Twitter, which I appreciate. Thank you very much. My Instagram, I actually haven't looked on Instagram. You know, I'm gonna take a second here. I guess it's gonna take a second to look on Instagram. The good old Instagram. Little tag here. They did say if you have if you have an original character, I might be interested in drawing them. And there's a few here. There's a few here. Some cooler stuff going on. They also said if you know, if it's a kid's drawing, I'd be more inclined to draw it. And I think on Twitter, some have sent me some of those. So, see, we'll see. There you go. That's a little bit better. A little bit better like that. Here, Nathan wants me to combine Blue Beetle with Johnny Bravo. There you go. Well, here's the thing, though, Nathan. Like, I built a name on this platform because of my mashups, or that's a big part of it anyway. Like that was one of my most viral videos, is my DC Marvel mashups. And doing mashups, I gain a lot of traction, a lot of viewership from mashups. Fantastic. AI has taken that away because it's so easy now for anyone to do a mashup. If they have a Midjourney account, they could do artwork that is far superior to what I could do. And we talk, I have talked about AI extensively. I won't do that in this video here. I have a video about AI recently. Go check that out if you guys can, and join in on the conversation, because it is a very, very fun conversation, I find. It's a very, very fun conversation. A conversation I think very worth having. Very, very, very much worth having. And there's a lot of varying opinion and good things. So far, so good. Our conversations have been cordial, as we say. So doing fusions, if I do them, I will put a twist on it. But now I'm always competing with AI now, because it's like, for example, like guys like Boss Logic, who became famous because of his photoshops of taking actors and turning them into the characters. Now anyone can do it, right? It's like if Boss Logic tried to do that these days, like he wouldn't have gotten to where he is now, right? And good on him for making a career and being a career poster art, or making a great career, creating poster art, marketing art. Good for him. That's awesome. But for me, for me, like doing the fusions, like I was able to do those fusion videos before that AI stuff really started coming out, so I was able to capitalize on it. So, my favorite saying, guys, it is what it is. Long time, David. Good to see you. Let's see. Quill is new here. Well, welcome, my friends. Is it a Gundam? Yes, it is, Malcolm. There you go. Let's see here. Quill really liked the Blue Beetle movie, right? That's just like Blue Beetle and The Flash. I liked both movies. I did. I really did like both movies, and again, not just because Warner Brothers invited me to the screenings, which they did. And if you guys haven't seen my experience at the screenings, by all means, please do check that out. But I enjoyed those movies a lot. And for either of you, trying to think why they didn't do well. Like Blue Beetle, I wasn't expecting to do well, just because it's not a character that's nobody knows. And again, it's the creator effect. Like Creator, I heard is an awesome movie. It's just like nobody's heard of it, and people these days are more reluctant to spend their money. And Blue Beetle is DC doesn't have the best rep right now. That's why I really think they should cool it on the DC movies before the new stuff comes out, because if Superman doesn't do well out of the gate, well, it could be in trouble. It could be in big trouble. So let's see here. Just doing some pencil spinning. Woo! Woo! Part of me thinks the head's too small. Or too big. Part makes what makes a mech feel bigger is the head. Like the head proportion to the size of the body. Part of me looking at it right now, I'm thinking the head might be too big. Let me erase that. Trusty eraser here. Yeah, I do want to start inking because I want to get a little bit of inking done before I have to leave. So I'm going to be drawing till about 6:15-ish. 6:15 Eastern. So whatever time that is for you in the world. No more head. He's headless. He's a headless Gundam. Something like that. Is that better? I don't know if that's better or not, but it is what it is. Hey Mario, good to see my brother. My brother Mario's here. How you doing, my friend? Yes, this is a Gundam. This is a Gundam named Heavy Arms. It's a very, very, very popular Gundam. Is that better? I'm doing well, Mario. Doing well. Good to see you, my friend. See you, my friend. Have you watched the Blue Beetle movie? Yeah, yes, I have, and I met the director, Quill. If you look at my shorts, go look. 2 videos you can watch there, Quill. Check out my drawing in only blue video that recently came out. It's just a few weeks old. Drawing with just blue or something like that. Coloring with just blue. You'll see a Blue Beetle drawing that I did. And then if you look in the shorts, go look at my short shelf, you'll find where I meet the director. And I gave him the Blue Beetle drawing. So go check that out when you get the chance. Vishia says, wow, 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 oh, wow, 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 wee. My friend Kyle talks like that. He goes, wow, wee. So sometimes guys, I'll just be quiet just to kind of figure out where everything goes. Something like that. Something like that. Nandomo says, hello, how are you? Omer says, absolutely outstanding. Thank you, my friend. What was the screening of the Flash, like Mythbusters asks? The Flash screen was a lot of fun. Rowdy. Definitely rowdy. Yeah, because it was like a fan screening. So a lot of fans in there. A lot of fans in there. So now the screening I went to was like practically empty, and because it was just influencers that were in there in that screening. That was for Shazam. When I went to watch Shazam: Fear of the Gods, it wasn't a fan screening I was invited to. It was it was just for influencers. So all these Canadian influencers went to go watch it. And it was very, there wasn't that many of us in there. Well, when I say many of us, it was like maybe 30 of us or so. And we were all influencers in this gigantic IMAX theater. So there wasn't that many comparatively in the theater. But it was a lot of fun. It was definitely a lot of fun. Let's see here. Let's see here. Brian says, what's the farthest you have gone into a process before you decided it wasn't worth working and had to start over? That's a good question, Brian. Let me thinking off the top of my head. The only one that comes to mind is one that was maybe recently. I tried to do this Minecraft, Marvel style Minecraft drawing. And I just was not happy with how Steve looked. And again, I was trying to draw him like Jason Momoa, who actually got the job of being Steve. And I will take the credit. Thank you. No, I won't take the credit. A lot of people have fan casted him as Jason Momoa as Steve. But I wasn't liking the way it was feeling and looking. So I started redrawing it again. But, just for effect, for fun on the channel, I ripped it up on the channel. So I would say that's probably the furthest. Oh, no. I take that back. I also did I started, what was that game? Fallout 4. I started this Fallout 4 drawing. And I just never finished it. Like, I won't say I just stopped because I didn't like it. I think I just got like a bit through and I just stopped. Also, another one. Another one would be, well, my Phase 4 mural. I won't say it wasn't working, but the interest just wasn't there, and I got disinterested because I was gonna do one every day, and then I was like, I just wasn't excited about it. And that's the thing, guys. When you're not excited about something, I could have powered through and finished it off. But at the end of the day, I just wasn't excited. So I put it on the back burner for now. Will I go back to it? Maybe. I might go back to it, but we'll see. Let's see. Cool says, when will I go to the Philippines to do NC Kids Adventures again? And time to draw. Really excited. Cool. Well, I can't reveal too much, Quill, but maybe soon. Maybe. It's a possibility soon. Okay, so I will say, my friends in the Philippines, we'll see. We'll see. I can't make any promises right now. Anything can happen. Anything can happen, but we'll see, my friend. We'll see. And I'm glad to see that you're an INC kid. To see him. User X, am I Canadian? Yes, I am. That's right. I live in Canada, Toronto area. Yes, I'm in the Toronto area. So, Brian says, if you could interview any comic book creator, who would it be, and what would you question and ask them? That's a wonderful question, Brian. Let me think about it. Let me think. That is a good question. Well, because you think about being a fan of comics and certain artists. Like again, like those Image Comics days, right? Like I talked to Rob Liefeld very briefly. Very, very briefly. I would love to have a sit-down conversation with him. Todd McFarlane, like all the Image guys. Definitely all the Image guys. We had a very brief conversation with Eric Larson. Of course, Jim Lee, for sure. I would love to do a sit down with Jim Lee. I would love to hang out with Greg Capullo more. I did a quick interview with him, but even just to hang out with him. Greg Capullo is such a fun guy. It's a funny guy. It's one of those guys, you know, you just want to hang out with. He's so funny. So, off the top of my head, I would say them. I'm trying to think if there's anyone else I would like to actually just talk to. You know, because you know, it's one thing, like, do you like their work, and another to actually talk to them, you know? Alex Ross, let's say Alex Ross. I would love to talk to Alex Ross. Seems very insightful type guy. He's also doing, you know, very consistent on YouTube also. But it's painting. It's just, after all these years, still an amazing painter. You know, I'm always interested in talking to guys with extreme work ethic, and Alex Ross is definitely one of those dudes. You know, well, they all are, like all those guys I mentioned. You know, like insane work ethic to be of where they are now. You know, it's not easy. It's not an overnight thing. It's not getting lucky. It's hard work. Luck plays a part of it. I do believe there's a right place at the right time. So I won't actually call that luck. That's right place at right time. Chance. That happens a lot, for sure. David Finch, I talked to a friend of mine. User X says like to work with Jim Lee or David Finch. Right on. Let's see. Papa Shark says Alex Ross is goated. Yes. So I'm trying to think. You know, but you know, this Image Comics guys, just hearing the stories about what went on during those times, that'd be interesting. Maybe Joe Quesada. Joe Quesada would be an interesting dinner. Talk with him. The Kuberts. You know, stuff like that, you know? Like, I'm a comic fan, you know, or, you know, old school comic fan. I don't read comics that much anymore. I definitely don't. So a lot of the newer stuff, I'm not... And again, it's not because of the storylines or anything like that. I just haven't been in a comic store in a while. Shout out to my buddy Carlos from Gotham Central here in Toronto. Always been good to me. But yeah, I haven't really been doing comics, right? So, oh, Wills, yeah. Wills, for sure. Wills is probably the one, Wills Portacio. A lot of you guys are here watching from the Philippines. Legendary Filipino comic book artist. I talked to him at Montreal Comic Con. And very, very nice guy. I talked to him and his wife very briefly. I would probably relate to him the most just because I'm I'm part Filipino. I am Filipino. Right? Or my heritage is Filipino. So, lots to talk about. Talk about legendary Filipino comic artists. Like Lionel Yu. Lionel. Love to talk to him. I talked to him briefly on Facebook. I always talk to him. Like, we messaged on Facebook. So, there you go. Mike loves the Amalgam universe. Right on, my friend. There you go. Jim Valentino. Right on. Hello, Arish. Maury says, looks very detailed. Well, it's going to be. It's going to be. We'll see. Oh, Mike says I'm pretty legendary. Well, you're a legend, Mike. You're a legend, too. Thank you very much, my friend. And thank you to everyone who's joining in on the stream today. Wherever you are in the world, thank you for joining in. In fact, let me know where you are in the world. I'd love to know. Where are you watching me from? And again, I am detailing this more at this stage than I normally would. Mainly because I'm trying to figure out where everything's going to go. And there's a reason, a rhyme and a reason for it, my friends. There is. Mythbusters would like the podcast or interviews to come back for sure. Absolutely. Again, it's a timing thing. Because I do have things I work on outside of the channel and outside of art. So it's more of a timing thing. Like, I do wish I was consistent. I was looking back at the old podcast channel recently, and I was like, we were doing some great stuff. Great stuff back then. Yeah, we definitely should have continued that, But, we were pulling all our resources because, I was hiring 2 people. At the time, I needed to pay their salaries, so we really needed to get the main channel back up to snuff. So I had to pull them off the podcast channel and put them on the main channel because we needed the money, right? And so we had to put that on the back burner. But I loved talking to all those creators, like talking to Jim Zub, and talking to Todd Knock, awesome guy. So love it. Brian's from Arkansas, Mario's from Bulgaria, Arden and 70s from London, UK, who I've never been to London yet. Love to go to London. Hopefully that's in card one day. I was really hoping to go to London this year. Wasn't in the cards. Now I do regret not going. I wanted to go this year. I do regret not going. Our church had a very special 50th anniversary in London, and it looked amazing. I got that FOMO. The FOMO, guys? Get the FOMO. And I was like, I should have went. But, yeah. Oh well. Let's see here. And he agrees I should have gone to London. I really should have gone to London. Oh, yeah, Nako. I think I'd learned by now, but I'd learned by now, but my congregation here, we're celebrating our 50th anniversary very soon. I'm actually in charge of the celebration itself. So we have some fun things planned for that as well. So, but should have went to London. Still kicking myself every day. Didn't go. Absolutely, but please, we'd welcome you with open arms. You can stay at my house. You can stay at my house. No. You wouldn't want to stay at my place, but we'll get you a nicer place than my house. There's lots of Tim Hortons right nearby for sure. lots and lots of Tim Hortons. Absolutely, Paul. Love the Tim Hortons, my friends. Recently Tim Hortons has a lot of cookies. They've been doing a lot of great cookies these days. These like these score cookies and everything. By the way, I've been working way too long on this. I do wanted to get some inking done before I have to leave today's stream. So let me just pull up some reference here for the head. I'm gonna go ahead and start inking up. So the inking. Let's see here. Artisan said, "I'll be waiting for you." Right on. Ferris, big fan from Malaysia. I'd love to go to Malaysia. There you go. Hi, Emma Mortal. Love Michael. Oh, who's Michael? Not sure. Matt Broom. There's a name I haven't heard about in a while. Matt Broom. I remember Matt Broom. And by the way, I got a super chat here from Sometimes the Samurai. Thank you, Sometimes the Samurai. I appreciate that. Thank you for the sticker. I appreciate that. Matt Broom. See what interesting, Matt Broom. He tried to put out this fully CG comic a while ago. And that was interesting because, people were playing around with CG comics or like 3D comics. They were trying to play around with that idea. And I remember that was in previews. He was marketing this comic, and then it never came out for like a year. So I know all these stores, and I know a lot of store owners who ordered the comic, and then it finally came out, and it wasn't CG anymore. It was like regularly drawn. So I know a lot of comic owners just sent it back. They said, no, this is not gonna sell. Not only won't it sell, but it won't, it won't, you know, no chance of the second issue coming out. So they just sent it back, so. What can you do? Oh, it's, oh, thank you so much, Paul. Thank you. I got your message. Hello. Hi. My friends in the Philippines are all watching. Hello, Paul. Good to see you, Paul. Okay. I better get to the good stuff then. I got my friends watching here. All of you guys are my friends. I better get to the good stuff. Let's get to the inks here. But again, I'm just gonna pull up some references here. And one thing I am planning on doing, everyone, speaking of murals, let me let you all know of a plan that I'm doing. And let me wave to my friends sometimes the same. Hello, good to see you. It's been a while. Some of you guys don't know this, but one big catalyst for me doing my YouTube channel in general, I did this mural for my church's 100th anniversary, long time ago. Well, I won't say catalyst for my channel itself because I did the channel before I did the mural. So just a little backstory here. I worked on a show called Stargate. Okay, I worked on a show called Stargate. And I did this big drawing, roughly around this size, a little bit bigger. I did this drawing of all the actors, and I actually got it signed by all the actors. And I ended up, and I really enjoyed doing it. I enjoyed doing that more than working on the show. And apologies everyone, I'm just pulling up some reference here. I enjoyed that more than working on the show, surprisingly. And hold on, I'm just looking for the heavy arms head. I just want to make sure I got the head looking correct. Like a lot of the Gundam heads, they look the same, you know? So I started a few videos on YouTube, 5, 6, and then I did this mural for my church's 100th anniversary. And this was the catalyst for me to do the Star Wars mural, which, you know, helped get my channel to what it is today. I'm going to be doing another mural for my church. This time for Toronto. We're actually planning on doing one. And we'll see. We'll see. Anything can happen. But this is just a plan I had to make one that's going to be displayed in my church here. That's very close by. Oh, there it is. I didn't see you got it framed, my friend. There you go. Thank you, Bob. Wow, there it is. Yes. Oh, I haven't seen that in ages. There it is. Sorry, my friend sent me the pic with all the signatures. That's awesome. You know what's hilarious about that Stargate picture? And you could see it there was the actress Amanda Tapping. When I got her to sign it, when I went to get her to sign it, she's like, "Oh, you want me to sign on my face?" I'm like, "Uh-huh." And then she signs on her face. I'm like, "Oh, I don't want you to sign on your face." She signed over her face. Not directly on her face. It's like, you know, like below her face, but she signed over her face because I had a section there at the bottom for the signatures. I'm looking right now. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Great to see it there. There you go. Totally worth it at the end of the day because I got to meet my friend there also. So that was the catalyst for me doing the one for my church, which is hanging. Well, I don't know if it's still in the museum, but it's in the. It was going to be in our museum in the Philippines, but I am planning on doing another one for Toronto's 50th anniversary, which I'm working on designing right now, and I might actually start drawing soon, like next week. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But that's in the plans. That is in the plans. So we'll see how that goes. But of course, you know, things I got to do to get that done. But in the meantime, heavy arms. Heavy arms. And I'm just trying to find. You know, it's one of those things where I want to make sure I'm accurate with the head here. Hello, Dennis. How you doing? Adding the missiles. I won't have them coming out of the body, but as you can see, you can see them in him here. Mythbuster's seen the collage. Well, thank you very much. I'm glad you saw, my friend. There you go. It's funny to look at to find the heavy arms. To find the heavy arms ahead, I have to look at like these like Funko Pops. Look at the Funko Pops here. Just to kind of get an accurate head. But you know, again, at the same time, it's very Gundamish. If that's the word. Very, very Gundamish. But like, so the way I'm gonna draw this, okay, and I will explain more when you actually see this video come out. My hope is for this video to come out on the weekend, okay. But one thing I do want to do here is that I am gonna add I want when you squint your eyes to look at this, that it feels like the Gundam that you know and love, okay. But at the same time, I'm gonna add as much detail as I can to this. So when you open your eyes a little bit more, you can see the actual added detail and design that I'm adding to it. But when you squint your eyes, it will feel like you know, the Gundam we love here, okay? So that's my goal with this, starting with the head. Okay, just like that, starting with the head. And then maybe, just for fun, I'm gonna zoom in on the head because I'm gonna work on the head here. So I'm gonna zoom in a little bit on the head, and that zoom in my hands. I need lotion. There you go. Oh yeah, and so there you go. Zoom in on the head there. And let me just make sure I'm recording. Oh, I'm not recording at the top here. Okay, so let's go ahead. Man, this camera keeps moving. I think I need a more stable base. I might need to move tables later on today, guys. Or at least try not to move the tables so much. I'm working on my dining room table right now, guys. And the thing with the dining room table, it's like it's a little bit more flimsier than my solid table that I'm using. I was planning on using the solid table today, but I just kind of wanted the space here. Okay, so again, sorry guys that I'm taking so long, but there's a method to the madness, and then when you guys watch the video, you'll understand why. When you watch the video this coming weekend, okay? There you go. All right. Okay, let's get to inks, guys. Let's get to inks. Here we go. I'm gonna use a 01 to start us off here. And again, just getting the general shapes in to start us off. So here we go. By the way, if I'm making mistakes, let me know, guys. If it doesn't feel like the character, let me know. Okay. Well, where is it? The church mural. I'm trying to see where you could see it now. Okay, if you typed in my name, I don't even know if it would show up then. I don't know. Okay, cool. I'll try to send it to you. Okay, friend. Average jet says, have you ever the first model it bought? Right on. And thank you to all of you who are watching, by the way, wherever you are in the world. Like, I really, really, really do appreciate it. I appreciate every single one of you for joining in and being with me this afternoon or this morning, wherever you are watching from. Thank you for being here, folks. All of you, thank you for being here. Really, really, you know, I never take for granted anyone who wants to come and watch me work. You know, really means a lot to me. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Cool place to piano. Awesome. So what I'm gonna ink it right now. Cool. There you go. Knuckle Sandwich says the box office artist stream is always a good time. Well, thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. Huey is from the Netherlands. Welcome, my friend. Welcome. Here. Something like that. So again, to show you how detailed I'm going, I usually don't use a thin pen like this when I start out. I'll use a thicker pen, but I want to add so much to this that, you know, I want to start out thin, so, and I'll go thicker afterwards, which is usually reverse. Usually the reverse way to do things. Will I sell this as a print afterwards? Possibly. It's definitely possible. All right, so. Let's see here. Soulless Deed says, seeing this makes me wish Robotech would come back. I miss Epic Mecha like that. That's right. I did do a Robotech cover for my buddy Apple. It was an exclusive cover for, I believe it was Cyber City Con a while ago. Love drawing Robotech. I do have a quick story about Robotech. I was contacted. At the time, the license was with Wildstorm. At the time, Wildstorm is right now. It used to be a part of Image Comics, and then DC bought it out. So now, you know, it's part of DC Comics, and they had the Robotech license, and I was drawing Transformers at the time, and they wanted me to do an alternate cover for them. So, you know, I wanted to do like this big giant robot. You know what I'm known for? A big robot. And the editor, Ben Abernathy, that's him, Ben Abernathy. He told me that they needed like four layouts for it. So usually what happens, guys, is this is what they say you should do whenever you do a layout. Like I had one layout I really wanted to do. It was a very movie poster like layout, okay, with a giant mech and everything, right? So I did 3 like that, and then they said you should do like 1 that you really want to do, and then make 3 really bad ones. So that's what I did. I did 1, and then I did like 3 really bad ones, and then the company that owns Robotech they liked one of the bad ones that didn't have a mech in it. So you can imagine that. I did a Robotech cover and it didn't have a mech in it. It's like, well, why even bother hiring me? You know, at that point, like, it's like, why? You know, I wanted into, you know, I believe Skybound now owns the license for Transformers. I've been trying to message Robert Kirkman for the longest time, trying to get in there. I want to be a part of that. But no. It's like, I think they're trying to avoid, like, all the original... You know, maybe because they want to do something new with it. Like, they want to do something new, so they don't want to use, like, the original artists. Well, I won't say that's what they're doing, because I don't know. Like, I'll be honest, I don't know. But like none of the original guys that worked on it ever since Dreamwave are working on the new Transformers stuff, which is fine. It's nice to get like new takes on properties. You know, seeing guys like John Boy Mayer do covers, some really awesome stuff. Like artists that you've never seen draw Transformers before. It's nice to see that kind of thing. Hewig says, where do you sell your art? I do have a store, but it's closed right now. I will probably be reopening it very soon. My online store. So once I do, I'll let you guys know. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, Cool says, my name is Edrin and your message request. Okay, awesome. Awesome, my friend. Mike McMike says, give Gundam some mad mods. There you go. Oh. Any background behind Gundam? We'll see what I have time for. We'll see what I have time for, my friend. The question is, will this actually be my most detailed drawing ever? Well, here's the deal, though. You know, in terms of the amount of detail I'm putting in here, like compared to the Unicron that I did, I don't think it can have as much detail as the Unicron, because even though Gundams are gigantic, like I believe this one is about a good, what, 5, 6, 7 stories tall. Maybe some of you could correct me on that, how tall this Gundam is. Compared to Unicron, like Unicron's a planet. So Unicron should have way more detail than this. It should, in theory. Have way more detail than this. But, let's see what I could do. And again, there's a reason why I'm going heavy on the detail. I will be going a lot heavier than usual on the detail here. There's a method to the madness and a reason for the madness. And you'll find out this weekend why, okay? So there you go. Most detail would be the scroll work on the armor. Possibly, yep. So you might be asking why I didn't follow this guideline here for this part of the helmet. The very simple answer is because I made a mistake. Very simple. I made a mistake. Let me go back. By the way, I'm going to replay the music here. Using this lo-fi music. By the way, you know, I always say, guys, whenever I'm drawing like this, feel free to draw on your own. You know, study, work, draw. Playing some nice lo-fi beats for y'all. Get lo-fi'd. Get lo-fi'd here, my friend. Solus Deed says, as Bob Ross says, there's no mistakes, just happy little accidents. Very happy little accidents. Happy. Okay. So just adding these details in, and then I'm gonna erase, and then I'm gonna actually add a few more little things in here. Hewig, and you gotta help me out with your name here, my friend. Hewig says, have you ever, isn't it hard to talk while you're drawing? Yeah. Well, it definitely slows you down. Definitely slows you down, but you know, I'm used to talking. So go in here and do a light erase. Now, some like to use, you know, whenever they erase, they like to use an art gum. You'll see those art gums. Me, dollar store, baby, dollar store. That's all I need. Dollar store. There you go, dollar store. All right, so Hugh. There you go, Hugh. I'll go with Hugh. There you go, Hugh. Hugh Hoik. I've already used a brush to ink for sure. I used to work a lot with India ink before. These days, not as much, but. Not as much. Hold on, I'm just sending myself some references here, guys. Okay. There you go. Okay, so I'm actually going to go in. Guys, I haven't used a 05 in a long, long time. But I want to get real extremely detailed in here, so 08. I'd love to go 05, but I don't have a pen. Let me just grab a 05 pen. Give me 1 second here, guys. Just grab a 05 pen. Do I only have one? A 005 pen? Oh my gosh, this camera's so blurry. Oh, my editor's gonna kill me. So blurry. So blurry. I don't remember the last time I tried to go this detailed with something. Don't remember. So again, I'm taking a little bit of liberty with this, guys, okay? So I'm... adding things you'll probably never see. As we say, a lot of things that, a lot of little details that you probably wouldn't see unless you're like really, really, really close up. Whoopsies. One of those things like I'm adding lines just for the sake of adding lines. You know, like, cause I could also do things like add like decals. Something like that. Something like that. Sorry guys, I put the chat down. Let me take a look at the chat. How are you guys doing? How many microns have you gone through? I don't remember. Jeffrey says, what time is it for you? It's 5:40 a.m. John, hey, my friend Jonathan, how you doing, Paul? Good to see you. Good morning, Paul. Good morning. Let's see here. My friend's watching at 2:30 a.m. What? First time watching you live. Welcome, my friend. That means you're on the West Coast. The West Coast. Good to see you. Thank you for joining in. Thank you to all of you for joining in, wherever you are in the world. As we relax with a little lo-fi. Lo-fi. All right. So whenever I do detail like this on a on whatever it is, whether it be, you know, a mech like this or any sort of robot, if it's symmetrical, I'll do it on one side and I'll immediately do it on the other side. Because you guys know, one thing I hate doing is drawing things twice. I really hate it. So this will be my first and last time drawing heavy arms. First and last time I'm gonna be drawing heavy arms. And again, it's not because I didn't enjoy the experience. Of course, I'm having a ball. I'm enjoying this. But if I have to draw this again, forget it. To the level of detail I'm gonna do, forget it. I'd much rather draw something new than draw this again. There you go. Let's see here. But again, if I'm gonna only do this once, this is my one shot. This is my one shot. I give my all in this one drawing here. So. One shot. There you go. Let's see here. Eagles Might says listening at work while it's 2:30 a.m. Well, good morning, my friend. Our dad's back. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you, my friend. Can I draw you? Well, maybe one day, my friend. If you come to one of my shows, maybe. We'll see. Eagles Might says Heavy Arms is one of my favorite Gundam, but Tall Geese is your favorite mobile suit. Okay, awesome. How much to rip it apart, Grease says? Not this one, okay? Not. There's no amount of money for this one because this is a present for a friend of mine. So not this one. Like, unless I really don't like the way it's turning out, I want to redo it, then we can talk. But this one, so far so good, so no ripping this one apart, okay? Not this one. Not yet, anyway. We'll see. Still early. Still plenty of chances to mess up. There you go. You're on the East Coast as well. That's right, Dennis. There you go. Eagle's Nest drew your son's drawing and in his own way. That's awesome. That's awesome, Eagle. It's an awesome thing to do with the kids too. You know, they enjoy it. You know. Unfortunately, my son is way too old. I won't say way too old, but he's at the age now that if I were to do his drawings now, it's not cute anymore. He's much older now. You know. And, you know, he's not really into drawing now. He's more into, like, volleyball. So, sadly, he didn't get the art gene. Sadly. But that's okay. Whatever he wants to do. For sure. Whatever he wants to do. That's one thing about having a dad that's a YouTuber here. Yes, it's like, I have nothing to say. Whatever they want to do as a career, who am I to say that's wrong? You know? Because look at me. I did something my mom definitely didn't want me to do. And still thinks I'm unemployed. Like, after all these years, Mom, don't know I'm steadily employed by myself. I employ myself, Mom. Employ myself. Very technical. You know what this is reminding me of? This is reminding me of the old Takara manuals. This is what it's reminding me of. The old Takara Transformers drawings. That's what it feels like to me right now. It's a bit of a throwback in that sense. One side due to the other. Okay. So Mara says, give it to me then if it doesn't turn out great. Okay. So if I mess up royally and I do it again, yeah, maybe. Okay, Mario. Mario, by the way, you've always been awesome, Mario, so thank you so much. Guys, go check out Mario's stuff. He's amazing. Amazing artist as well. So thank you so much, Mario, for holding the fort for me, for sure. Let's see here. Is your mom still trying to find you a job? You know, it's funny, Jeffrey. I'm not sure if I told you this story before, but it was funny when I decided to quit my job, right, to do YouTube. The person I feared the most to tell, was my mom. When I was about to quit my job in VFX, I was so scared to tell my mom I was making that risk. So scared. And then I remember telling my mom, I was like, Mom, I'm I'm gonna quit my job. And she's like, okay, well, what are you gonna do? And I told her, well, I'm gonna try this YouTube thing, and in the meantime, I'm gonna teach at a college. And she's like, oh, college professor. That she got that. She didn't get the YouTube part. Well, who would at that point? This is 2013, but she got the professor part. So she's like, "Oh, my son's a college professor." Oh. I want to add some like decals. Add some decals to this thing. I'm in trouble, guys. Hour and a half in. Only on the head still. Something like that. There you go. Glossed over the YouTube part. That's right, Dennis. There you go. Your mom's still trying to find you a job. No, I think she gave up at this point. All she knows is I paid the bills somehow. So that's all she could ask for at this point. Mario says, don't rip it up. Okay, there you go. Imagine Heavy Arms fused with Gypsy Danger from Pacific Rim. That'd be funny, Mike. Or that'd be pretty cool, actually. Let's see here. James, what's the most you drew of a comic book frame because DC or Marvel was not satisfied with how you drew it? Oh, that's easy. That's Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman number 212. They didn't like how I drew Superman. I told this story many times before. And if my friend Katij is still online here, hopefully you'll like the Superman I draw for you, my friend. But they did not like the way I drew Superman. Like, Superman has a distinct look and style to it, and I just couldn't get it down when I was working on Wonder Woman. So they got me to redraw his face like so many times in that issue. And I was very blessed to get that issue because it was a great opportunity, because that issue of Wonder Woman, the entire Justice League was there. If I did a great job on it, which I didn't, if I did a great job on it, like, that could have led to a lot of great stuff. Like, yeah, people were watching me draw that, and I totally fumbled. And I understand when I do that, right? Totally fumbled that opportunity. But regardless, what ended up happening was, when the issue came out, someone else drew the heads. They drew over my original art and drew Superman completely different. Now, I don't blame the editor for that. Like, he's probably under marching orders in that sense. So I won't blame him for that. But that's kind of I wasn't mad. I was more mad at myself that I wasn't able to do the job correctly. Say it that way. Do the job correctly. So hopefully I can draw better these days. Hopefully. I will be doing a Superman sooner than later. And I'm hoping that Superman will live up to expectations. Hopefully. It's a detailed head. No surprise. Yes. Like sometimes though, you have to take a step back and make sure it reads okay, because again, too much detail in a certain place can distract or could kind of blend together. So you be careful. When adding detail to the head. I'm shaking my leg. Jay I got 2006 says you should redraw that panel and knock it out of the park and give it to DC to show them what they missed. That's not a bad video idea, you know? That's actually not a bad video idea. I kind of like that. That's cool. But just show, it's also showing you guys, that stuff can happen. And at the end of the day, it's a client thing, right? It's a client thing where they wanted it done a certain way. They paid you to do it a certain way, and if you can't do it, they have to do something about it. It's their character. There's only so much they're allowed to leave up to artist interpretation. Like, I'll give you an example also for that issue, which wasn't that egregious, but they still did it. Like, for example, I drew Batman the way Alex Ross draws Batman, where I gave him pupils. Gave his eyes pupils. And they didn't like that. They said, no, Batman shouldn't have pupils. I'm like, Alex Ross draws pupils. Why can't I draw pupils? Well, I'm not Alex Ross. I'm nowhere near as good as Alex Ross. So when I got the issue, they whited out all the pupils that I drew in there. Again, it's fine, I'm just going to thicken the outline just a tad. So make sure it reads well, right? So you can see what I'm trying to do here. So you can actually read the separation between the parts. So a little thicker outline helps out. I remember the Macron 1 series. I actually don't. There you go. Mythbusters has a very good question here. Do I receive residuals on comics like actors and writers do? I actually do. I actually do get residuals on comics. Now, these days, it's not as much. But I think I've received the most residuals off that Wonder Woman series I did. Mainly because, Greg Rucka, very prolific comic writer, he wrote that series, or my issues. So it gets reprinted a lot. So I do get like a little check from DC every year, for about not that much, like $100 or so, but it's something, Nice little surprise. So I do get a little bit of residuals. But did I tell you guys, the thing is, during the pandemic, and, I was very sad that I lost a lot of opportunities when it came to the pandemic. I mentioned this before, like I lost this big brand deal I was going to have with LG TV television. They wanted me to go to... they were going to fly me out to San Diego Comic-Con. I was going to do this video around their TVs. Like, it was going to be the most lucrative brand deal I ever had. And then COVID happened. Yeah, Comic-Con got canceled. So I lost that deal. I haven't been to Comic-Con in years. Since 2003, I think. That was the last time I've been to Comic-Con. But another deal I lost was, well, I won't say a deal, but DC was going to reprint my issue of Wonder Woman for Free Comic Book Day. For Free Comic Book Day for the release of the Wonder Woman movie. And that always baffled my mind. I was like, why that issue? Out of all Wonder Woman issues, that there's ever been, why are they picking that issue? It made no sense to me. No, it made no sense. It made perfect sense. They were trying to me, like the only reason could be was they were trying to capitalize on my YouTube success. Like it's the only reason. It has to be the only reason why. Because why on earth would they do, out of all issues, that issue? Because I'm trying to think, like, is it because the characters in there? Like, Cheetah shows up for a little bit at the end, but very, very small. Like, all the Justice League is in there. But why out of everyone? And the only thing I could think of is because of my YouTube success at the time. Right? This was 2020. So I just hit 1 million subscribers at that time. So that's the only reason I can think. But then the movie got pushed because of COVID. So that never ended up happening. So, yeah, Bad Superman and all. They were going to reprint that for Free Comic Book Day. Bad Superman and all. It's like, why that one? I don't know. Let's see. What is your workflow? Pent Fur. So what's your workflow in doing robots and backgrounds? Again, I do have an advantage because I trained in technical illustration. So drawing backgrounds, it's second nature to me. I love doing backgrounds. It's my thing. It's what I'm known for. It's what I'm the strongest in, is doing backgrounds. So, So I don't really put down perspective lines. I more have an idea of what I want to do. Now, for all of you newer artists out there trying to draw mechs and stuff, mechs is one of the hardest things to draw. It's one of the hardest things to draw, mainly because if your perspective doesn't look right, the mech won't look right. That's just how it is. Okay, so you really, really, really need to understand perspective to do something like this. And do it well, because technical illustration, drawing things that are hard surface, it's so easy to tell when someone's not that skilled in it. And number one reason is because of the perspective. So if you're not that skilled and you're still learning perspective, I would actually suggest doing the vanishing point, laying down the grid lines, because you're going to have a hard time making sure all the lines make consistent with perspective. Now, my eye, I'm able to fake it enough where people don't question it. And again, I attribute that to years of experience doing these things. Okay, guys. So I'm actually only going to go for another 10, 15 minutes, guys. 10, 15 minutes. And I might come back with a stream later today. My goal is to finish this today, though. Okay, I do want to finish this today. So we'll see how that goes, my friends, okay? So, any plans on doing a poster for Spider-Man 2, the game? Yes, Mario. And I was talking about that earlier. So this is what we're gonna do, and it will take me a little bit longer to do so. But I do plan on doing that sooner than later. You mentioned Mario. Maybe I'll do a challenge out of it. Might do a challenge out of it, Mario. Originally, I was just going to draw like a character per day. But the game's so hot right now that I might want to just put it out, try to get that out as soon as possible. But from what I understand, there's what, 68 suits? And I could do a time challenge for it. Well, we'll see, Mario. We'll see. Like, originally I was going to tell you guys I was going to do a big one tomorrow and then draw like a character every day. Which I still could do. But now you mentioned it, like a time challenge seems a little bit more intriguing to me. Like if the title was, can I draw every Spider-Man 2 skin in 1,000 minutes? That type of thing. Maybe something like that. You could do something like that. But we'll see. Can I teach to draw a realistic face? I probably could. Not today. Let's see. There's a Comic-Con this month in London and one in 2024 in spring. Right on. Yeah, so I probably won't do many international conventions next year. I think Canadian ones for sure. I believe I'm going to be doing some Canadian ones, but I'll announce that if I'm accepted. I tried to get into New York Comic-Con this year. I got rejected. I got rejected. They rejected me, guys. They rejected me, but I wasn't the only one. Like, I know a lot of prolific artists that were rejected for New York Comic-Con. New York Comic-Con is just so hard to get in, guys. Hard to get in. So. Ditya says, nice artwork. Thank you, bro. Thank you, my friend. Oops. Okay. Mythos says, when was the last time I saw Apple? In person? It's been a while. Been a long, quite the minute. Apple lives in Texas, so San Antonio, so quite far from where I live. And I was supposed to be a guest at Houston Comic Con, but Houston Comic Con got postponed. So in the new year, I'm hoping to go down for Alamo. That might be my one U.S. convention that I go to. Depending. I'm just trying to think about how this, these shoulder guns are going to work here. So. Let's see here. How's it going, Ezekiel? Ped first says, I'm trying to draw a mech, not going so well. Well, keep going, my friends. Keep going. Finish what you start, my friend. Finish what you start. Mechs are one of the harder things to draw, for sure. So don't get discouraged, okay? It's going to take time. Just like everything else. Got to walk before you can run. You know? Okay, guys. I'm winding up at the end of the stream here. I might do another one later because I do have to get as much of this done as possible today. Like, it would be very nice if I could finish this today, because I have so many things to do. Like, prepare for my friend to possibly come to Canada. Possibly. See here. What time is it in Canada right now? It is 6:10 a.m. So I will have to go to about 5 minutes, guys. This is the hard out. I'm not sure I'm liking these. I'm not sure. It's okay. But let's see if I can salvage it. I might go in with a pencil again just to kind of fix up what I see here. Trying to figure out how these will look here. Yeah, it was a busy one for sure, Christopher, for sure. Whenever I go to London Comic, I'd love to go to a London Comic Con. Love to go to. I was supposed to go to again, one of those opportunities that I lost because of the pandemic. I was supposed to go to TF Nation. I guess that I was an announced guest for TF Nation that year, and which was in Birmingham, if I'm not mistaken. So I really wanted to go there that year, and I wanted to go this year actually too. We'll see. Maybe next year. Maybe next year. Get the chance. But this year would have been the year to go. This year was the year to go. Is there a Star Wars celebration in 2024? No, the next Star Wars celebration is 2025. It's in Japan. It's in Japan. So I actually think I actually kind of want to go there, and that could be a goal of mine to make Star Wars celebration in Japan. That'd definitely be a fun goal. So looking at this, sometimes, guys, a nice thing to do, and which I will do very shortly, is take a break from your drawing. Just take a step back. Come back at it with fresh eyes and just see, see how things are going a little bit. I'm happy with the head. I think it's not bad. You know, trying to think if I can add any more stuff to it, and I actually think I can, but I'm taking a break from it as I go to the other parts. But I will go back to it, and we will see how that goes here. Okay. All right. Okay, guys, it's 6:15. I do have to get going, so I do want to thank everyone. Let me wave to you. Thank you guys for joining in on this stream. I will be coming back with another stream a little bit later today. For most likely, for sure. I think I will be coming back a little bit later today to stream a little bit more with you guys. I do have a new video coming out today. Make sure you check out that video today. I'm super excited about this video coming up here, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it as well. It has to do with how I got 1 million subscribers. I know I had a video about that before, but if you guys are following on Instagram, I recreated Avengers #4 cover, and that video is coming out a little bit later on today. But thank you guys for watching. I love you all. You guys are the best. Thanks for watching. Continue following along. If you aren't going to watch any more of my content, make sure you catch this video. Oh, there's my alarm. Make sure you capture this video, the final video, the final drawing. You can check that out this weekend. Thank you guys for watching. Take care. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Make sure you subscribe, by the way. If you're new here, subscribe. You subscribe for 20 minutes, you can talk to me on chat. All right? I'll talk to you guys later. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.